Good morning. We're joined by a couple of doctors, Dr. Josary Ochotorena and also Dr. Joseph Gianfania, who are in pediatrics and have a big announcement. You may have heard about it, but it is something that I think that many people in the area are going to be very happy to hear that Watertown now has this. There's a pediatric urgent care.
Yes.
Yes.
So we opened our doors on March 31st. We started with North Star Pediatrics, who is a member of the North Star Health Alliance, along with Carthage Hospital, Pediatrics, and Claxton Hepburn. And we have seen pediatric patients across the North Country for a while now. Shortly after, we opened the Pediatric Urgent Care, and it's located in 1571 Washington Street, Suite 107.
Yeah, right on Outer Washington Street, and it's where a pediatric office used to be.
Yes.
And now that's opened up to an urgent care. Now, I know that as a parent, I always wanted to take my children to pediatric specialists. Why is that so important that we have a pediatric urgent care?
Well, it's a great question. We've had some successful pediatric practices locally for a long time, but the volume is kind of outpacing the availability. So what this does is gives an opportunity for parents to bring children and on a walk-in basis to see a pediatric provider without necessarily having an appointment.
Right.
So it gives you an opportunity to get something done urgently without going to the emergency room. When your own pediatrician does not have space for you, we know that that can happen any day of the week. So.
Oh yes, and get quite busy as
Yes.
well, especially during, I would say, like winter time when you've got
Yes.
some sicknesses that are being passed through all the, with your school-age children and even daycares and stuff. So, and it's very comforting, I would imagine, that parents know they can just get their, adults can do it. We have our urgent care.
Yes.
And they may not feel comfortable taking them to an adult urgent care. So this is great that it's in our own backyard. Now, do a lot of areas have pediatric urgent cares?
Not in the North Country.
Right.
Syracuse has one, which was just recently started, I think, and Rochester has, I'm not sure how many, but there are some.
Yeah. And so now Watertown has one, so we're
Yes.
quite lucky and fortunate to have that. So who works in the pediatric urgent care?
So it will be staffed primarily by board-certified pediatricians in the area, and you'll recognize some of those faces, as well as a couple of mid-level providers who specialize in pediatrics. And the goal here is to treat essentially, minor illnesses, non-life-threatening illnesses, so respiratory conditions, fever, gastrointestinal distress, minor injuries, minor lacerations, things that would normally bring you to your doctor's office, but not the level of acuity that we want you to take your child to the emergency room for.
Right, right. And that's kind of what we do for adults as well. That's for a quick urgent care. There are some things that are reserved for emergency room level. Yeah. Okay, so again, it's on Outer Washington Street. It's in that old...
The North Country Orthopedic
the
Building.
orthopedic building.
How it's known.
It's the main one in the front there.
Yes.
That's right.
Right before you get to the power sports, right?
Yes,
So
and
it's up there.
there's a big sign, and you can see by the road.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's the light there, right?
Yes,
yeah,
there's a
so
traffic
the
light.
So you would take the left and it's right
Yes.
there. So this is great news, and thank you so much. What are the hours that it's open for people?
It's Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., and then Saturday, 9 to 3 p.m.
All right. Thank you very much for bringing it to our
Thank you.
attention.
Yes.
We appreciate that. We'll be right back.